Hey guys, long time no see. It's been a while since I've actually picked up the camera and talked to you guys. We're gonna be going rock hunting here soon. Right now we're at the dump, and we'd like some company if you guys want to tag along. Yeah, spend the day as the dogs are barking because there's people all around us. I have vlogged a little bit here and there. Not really vlogged. I've filmed a lot of shorts and posted a bunch of shorts. I've missed you guys. I've had some horrible comments in the past couple weeks too. People are very cruel on the internet. Just want to say that people experience grief differently, and just be kind to people because you don't know what they're going through. That's all I'm going to say about that. I mean, I've had 2 deaths in my family in the past because my dad died at the beginning of the month, and then my best friend's dad died just recently. So it's been rough. I've wanted to talk to you guys. I've missed you. I filmed a few things, and thank you all for watching it and reaching out to me and your sweet messages and cards, everything. It's been lovely, so thank you so much. But yeah, we're just rock hunting today, and we're out in the desert, the Waihee Desert. It is quite nice amount of shape, but everybody's happy, which is good. I'm trying to be happy. It's just day by day. It's been different every day. I've had a good cry. It's nice. I'll kind of show you the area where we want to go to get. We're going to be getting some crystals and stuff. This area was very volcanic, so if I remember, I'll list some information about the Hawaii desert in the description. So yeah, I'm gonna continue on, and then I'll bring you out. There's the dogs. We'll see what they can find, but it's so pretty out here though. We saw the northern lights. The northern lights out here. Not too far. If I remember, I'll insert some pictures because I don't think I got any videos. And I'll actually show we saw the comet too. That was over by the lake, and I'll try to post those pictures. I don't know. It was a fun day. It's been a healing journey, and I can't do it alone, and I thank everybody that's reached out to me so much. It's been incredible. Just looking at the ground. Let's just say a piece of lava or something, sandstone. I need to go over to where we can find the actual pieces of crystal to show you guys. It's fall day out here though. I at least be able to wear my jacket. It's too warm or too cold with the wind and everything to actually just take it off. It's just a light jacket. Going to the top of the hill. You can see pretty. The Waihees are so pretty. Well, I can do a pretty count and see how many times I say that. Right now, I'm trying to look for Logan. I don't even know which way he went. I've been busy talking to you guys to actually know where he went. I don't know. I found Rex. Rex is over here, I'll show you. There they are. You can see where people have been digging into the mountain. There's another spot people have been digging for stuff. And can see all the rocks everywhere, all throughout here. Dirt pile. Blowing like bad. Like, give me a second. Look at my hair. It's been so windy out here, guys. I look like I've been outside for hours, so just remember if you come to the Waihizu, there's a lot of wind all the time. Oh well. Jasper. I'll kind of show it better when we get into the truck, but it's cool. So there's a better view of the Jasper. Wind stopped for a little bit. When we were trying to get those other crystals, it was just blowing wind. That's the Waihi, so you never know when there's going to be gusts of wind. Keep that in mind if you ever come out this way. I think I said that, but repeating is you can tell. Ladybug, guys, out here. Yeah, so here's a better look. The bugs are out now because it's starting to get warm outside. If you can see, there's all the sand crystals. Because this is all, there used to be Lake Idaho, so this was all like shoreline and stuff. I am so bad with angles now. It's been a while since I picked on this. Something was in here too. Oh yeah, and I was in a of course the wind is going to pick up, but there's the jasper that we found. Which will focus. A bigger piece of jasper. I don't know if it's going to focus, but we'll clean it off and I'll show you when we get home. Alright guys, gonna pick up some stuff here. Let's see what we can find. Guys, we're home. I do want to address some things that I've mentioned on my community tab. Just because I'm friends with people on YouTube, like with fellow content creators, and they've sent me to my channel, which I'm very grateful for, but I can't sit there and message them because they missed a comment or you think they're ignoring you. 99% of the time they get a lot of comments and it's really hard to respond to all of them. Sometimes I struggle too. We're only human, we have lives, and it really affects my mental health that when I get those type of messages, especially when I'm dealing with like a death of a family member, and you comment on a video where I'm explaining my dad died and saying, please help, or help, not even, it was like demanding help for why someone ignored them. It's that itself, I'm just gonna block you because I don't need it, and neither does that content creator. It's stalking. It's just weird. So please don't do that. Alright, I don't know why I have to even bring this up. It's just not, it's not okay, right? It's not okay. I'm gonna show you guys my Halloween decorations. But they're cute. I didn't do very much this year. Just some pumpkins and a sign, but yeah, they're cute. Alright guys, so I'm making Michelle's corn chowder. I have bacon, a pound of bacon that's cooking in the Dutch oven. So I'm gonna get this all brown and everything. Just looking for the utensil I'm gonna cook with. So give me a second. I'm gonna put you on pause. Alright, got that. So I'm just gonna let this brown up and do its magic. And we'll move on to the next step. Alright guys, it's starting to brown out a little bit longer. And then I'll part some of this out and put take it out for a bit and add the bacon. The onions to this. So that's in there. This right now, but I got the bacon all done. I can move on to something else. Got the onions in here. I don't cook with bacon grease very often, so it doesn't look very. I guess it's looking okay. There's some burnt pieces of bacon in there, but I don't think it's gonna do anything to it. I thought I got all the bacon pieces out. It's okay. Just letting them get translucent into the bacon grease as the video I found from Michelle. So I'm going to continue letting it be happy and merry. But I'm happy with the way the onions are looking, so I'm going to add the 2 tablespoons of flour. Alright, and we'll be back cooking out the flour, guys. That's all I'm doing. Probably 2 minutes, maybe a minute. I don't know. But we'll get there. So, this is all just fresh corn that we have had frozen for a couple years. I have 6 bags to equal out to the amount that Michelle had. So I'm going to put this all in here. I'll let these heat up a little bit before we move on because they were pretty frozen. This corn we did a couple years ago and we've had it in the freezer. So it's from the garden and from another place as well that we usually get corn every year. So I'm gonna let this heat up a little bit and I'll be back. And I'm also gonna make chicken stock. I don't have any chicken stock right now. I gotta make some for Thanksgiving. That'll be in a future video. So I'm gonna use chicken bouillon as per Michelle's video as well. It's gonna be good. So I'm just gonna measure out. I think she used 4 cups of water or chicken broth, maybe more. So I'm gonna get this heating up and we'll move on to the next. Now we get to test the bacon since everybody else couldn't taste it. Ignore my messy stove, but it's boiling now, so I'm gonna bring it to a simmer and then I'm gonna add the cream or milk. Alright, so I guess now we just need to let this simmer. I'm going to put the lid back on this. And I think she said 15 minutes. And stir it in 15 minutes, so I'm going to do that. Okay guys, it's been simmering away. It looks so good. Michelle, I really like this so far. Alright. Now let it to go one more time and simmer for 15 more minutes, and I'm going to take it off the heat and let it cool down for 10 minutes. Hey guys, I'm going to stir it one last time and turn off the heat. Turn off the heat. It's starting to thicken up now. So I'm going to move it away from the heat and I'm going to let it sit for 10 minutes. And I'm gonna put the cheese in away from the heat and let it sit there. Alright everyone, I'm gonna add the cheese in now. Give me a second. It's cooled down now. I'll just mix it in. Michelle's trick works every time. I haven't ate on camera in a long time, but it's ready. I'm excited to eat this. It looks so delicious. I haven't found the Shirley Temple 7-Up yet. I haven't really been looking either. I only got cherry 7-Up right now. Cheers. Hope you're eating with me. This is amazing, Michelle. Thank you for the recipe. Everybody, please go make a recipe. It's so good. Yeah. As I said earlier with you guys, I've missed chatting with you and everything. It's been a journey. And I don't even think I'm all the way done, but I've missed you guys so much. So, when I first made my video once explaining my dad died, I made that 4 times and I was crying in so many of them, and then finally I was able to get through it. And I got some comments, people were saying like, well, you didn't cry. Not everybody cries in videos, or everybody shows emotion differently, so you don't know what's going on. I'm top. And I've cried enough for everybody. My eyes are still swollen, and I will continue to keep crying. But this is comfort food, and it feels good to vent on camera. Yeah, I think I am crying too. It's good. It's good to cry. But Charmy's birthday is this month. Or yeah, it's actually in a couple days. She's gonna be 14. So I have a bunch of stuff I need to do. Like, I need to clean this mess, organize it a little bit. I need to make a treat bag video, which I'll probably do that next weekend. Just showing everything what I'm gonna put in treat bags. I got some awesome stuff. I'm excited. And a lot of people made or loved my pumpkin videos, so if you watched that, thank you so much. It was a lot of fun making, and got me thinking about other things. So I don't know how many videos per week I'm gonna actually do. I don't think I'm gonna be doing them a lot. Just right now, because I have a lot planned coming up. Like, I want to do a Thanksgiving video. I'm gonna be doing or try to do something along the sorts. I'm not sure, but I want to do that. I also want to do Vlogmas, or my spin on Vlogmas, because that will be a year of YouTube. So, and there's other things I want to do. I don't know if I'll even make any of it, really. But Patty Too Mad actually inspired me. All of her videos inspire me, but her working on the wood pile and everything, just something sparked me to do videos. I've had that little spark for a few days, but I just wanted to just be by myself for a little bit, you know? I got some beautiful postcards from Minnesota and some sweet cards. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Very sweet. I got a bunch of sweet cards. I'm not going to show people's addresses. They also gave me some beautiful handmade jewelry. So, thank you so much, Cindy, and your daughter. You did amazing. Look at this. I'm afraid to wear it. It's so beautiful. There's 2 different styles in here. They're just so pretty, and I'm afraid to break it. So, I don't know. I probably will wear them, but right now I'm afraid to, because I don't want to ruin it. They're just so pretty. Thank you, Cindy. I have like 3 or 4 Cindys on my channel, but Cindy from Minnesota, thank you so much. And your daughter is talented. I thank you so much for thinking of me. She also sent me a Dolly Parton Funko Pop. I don't know if anybody has seen my shorts. I filmed a few shorts here and there since my weight loss. And I also got a Martina McBride Funko Pop. I don't know if a bunch of you have seen that. I'll show you that too. Yeah, Cindy also gave me this Funko Pop. So I got Dolly Parton. And then I pre-ordered Martina McBride. So I have them. But there's a bunch of that you can get from Dolly Parton. Very cool. I love it so much. And this one is a performance one, but so yeah, very cool. Now I'm gonna eat this. Hopefully it's cool now. Somewhat. And this recipe it's good and it's delicious. And the cheese is nice and melted and not dissolved. So, I highly enjoy this recipe. And, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's kind of weird actually being on camera. I did a lot of vegetables, well, more corn. But it's good. We've had this corn in the freezer for a year and a half, I think, since last summer. And when I saw her making that, I was like, oh, perfect. It's already getting cool and time for soups. So, we've actually had snow in the mountains. And it's incredible because they need it. And some of the fires have been put out. No, I'm very happy about that. But I had some comments about my dad, and we're doing a cremation, so that's all I feel like sharing about him. I did post some pictures of him on one of my recent videos. The one I filmed the day of his death. I also found it interesting that I was cold in that video. I said it a few times, but I think I only left one of them in there. I just found that interesting that I was cold all day, and when it was warm, it was like in the 80, high 80s. So I was like, how is that possible, you know? But This recipe really is nice and comforting, and it makes me really happy. I was gonna make like a bread or something, but I don't think I can eat it. And I think I'm gonna let you all go here. I'm gonna go watch some TV and enjoy myself for the rest of the evening. And I thank you all for spending the day with us. I will be doing another vlog soon, probably sometime this week around Charmy's birthday. So I thought it would just be cool to do a birthday vlog for her. She's I had a dog when I was younger, but she's my actual first dog by myself, and I don't know, we bonded. And she saved my life when I've had so many deaths with my mother and stuff. So, and she's 14. It's a big birthday. So I'm gonna go. So thank you all for joining us today. And if you liked what you see, please consider subscribing. Yeah. I'm not sure what we're going to be getting up to, but we will be getting up to something eventually. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.